Okay, let's get it. It is. Oh, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Saturday edition of Morning, presented by the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic and Parish Construction and Roofing. You guessed it. Go this way. Also, Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Hey, let's not do that. Go this way. All right. How about it, y'all? Back to a little semblance of a routine. Back at home, doing morning scone early in the morning. Or 8:53, I guess it's early. I've been up for a little while, though. I'm so happy. Got to do a legit cold plunge this morning. No cold shower. No kind of cold plunge. Back in my plunge pod, 50 degrees, 6 minutes. Felt awesome. And tonight is UFC 318, Poirier versus Holloway, the trilogy fight. Let's go. Cannot wait to get down to New Orleans for this tonight. If you notice there on the description of the episode, the media's preseason all-conference team and projected order to finish have been released. Garrett Nussmeier snubbed for Lenora Sellers. People are so dumb. God is sweet. People are just sheeple. I try to explain it often, but it's true. Most people know their team very deep, surface level knowledge of the rest of the league. And so what they think they know about Nussmeier is throws a bunch of interceptions. And Lenora Sellers has gotten off-season hype because he made a big run on a third down play against Clemson. Never mind the fact that Nuss accounted, even if you include Sellers' rushing yards, Nuss accounted for almost 1,000 yards more than Sellers did a year ago and had more touchdowns. If you include Sellers' rushing total. And LSU beat South Carolina in Columbia last year. Go this way. And Sellers had a game against Ole Miss where they scored 3 points. South Carolina lost Ole Miss 27-3. Yes, they scored 3 points. No, but I'm sure that's the recall. I'll be very curious to see what the coaches' preseason All-SEC team looks like. What do the coaches say compared to the media? Also, the media picked Texas to win it, followed by Georgia, Bama, LSU. Again, lazy sheep. I do want to give a hat tip, however, because I got fact-checked, and Andy Ortiz, go this way, because I said the last time I picked LSU to win the conference was 2016, and I've forgotten this, and he was right, because I went back and I did find my ballot from 2023. I did pick LSU in 2023, and it makes sense. I had Jaden first team All-SEC, which he won the Heisman, and I picked LSU the year, like they went to the championship game in 2022, figured Jaden would have an explosive year. What I didn't foresee was the worst defense ever. So, yes, I did pick LSU to win the SEC in 2023. So, my bad. All right. Here we go. Let's say some good mornings. Chef, what's up? Kelly, good morning. Tiger Poppy, good morning. Donald and me, good morning. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Shabbat Shalom. Boondocking and rocking. Who dat Tigers? What's going on? Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Fire away, questions, comments, whatever y'all got. You know the drill. Daniel Roof, morning, Scone. No matter the result against Clemson, I'm just glad we're not playing on a Sunday. That's a good point. LSU had kind of gotten into the habit of playing those Sunday games. If I'm not mistaken, the UCLA game was a Saturday, but the two Florida State games and the USC games were Sunday. Miami in 2018 was a Sunday. So they have played some Sundays. I don't mind the Sunday as long as you have a breather the next week. Like, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't make sense to disadvantage yourself. But if you're playing an FCS team like LSU has the past couple of years, like playing Southern or Grambling or whatever, okay. Hey, Abner, good morning. Happy birthday to Drew. Thank you. Yeah, Drew turned 11 years old yesterday, man. Had a nice little celebration here at the house, just the three of us last night. After I got home from work, had a little piece of cake and the little 11 candle, 1 candles in there for him. So, blissfully unaware, doesn't know it's his birthday. It's all good, but we do, and we got to celebrate the greatest day of our lives, also the scariest day of our lives when Drew was born. But great day. Thank you to everybody for extending the birthday wishes to Drew. Hey, Brett. Good morning. Thinking about selling a kidney, getting a ticket for UFC 318. It's all good. I have a second one. Hey, Thomas. That's right. Get ready, haters. Get ready, Dale. It's on the way. Carly Cat, good morning. Yeah, man. Poirier is beating Holloway in both their two previous fights. So, although Holloway is a slight favorite in this one, a little surprising too, considering Dustin's beaten him twice. It's in New Orleans. It's going to be a major, major crowd advantage for Dustin. We'll see. Hey, Xander, Whiskey Mama Jordy, don't be a square. Hit the like and share. That's a throwback, dude, for sure. But no, I don't think we're not going to do Whiskey and Mine. Jordy and me. Survivors are more Scone. I know you got on Chris about his steak preference, but as a younger black kid, we're taught to eat well done. Minimum pink, not done, but as we age, we convert towards me as well. There's no doubt that I wasn't getting on. We were just having fun. And by the way, that's not young black kids. That's just young people. Young people are more like, as you age, you get a more refined palate. I mean, it's like refined palate, but it's true. Like as you age, you get a more refined palate. And you try things like when you're a kid, you peanut butter and jelly, and you know what I mean? Eggos. Not that that's healthy or you should, but it's true. Like, I mean, I think as a kid, I used to get when I rarely ate a steak, I'd get a filet butterfly, good is sweet for that reason. Probably that's because if my mom ever ordered, that's probably how she got it, good is sweet. So yeah, no, it's all in good fun. But it was funny when Witt said, man, you should order a tire. Aaron Orensby, good morning. Carl, it's easy to pick Texas with that lame schedule. SC taking care of the rich. Well, the schedule is a huge part of it for Texas. Yes. That's absolutely true. I don't necessarily believe that it's just the SEC taking care of Texas. I mean, Ole Miss has a breeze of a schedule. Are they taking care of Ole Miss? I mean, sometimes it just falls that way. Aaron, hello to Mr. 11. Let's see, we learned steak are better towards medium well, etc. as he ages. Sorry. Yeah, no doubt. I just said it. Hey, Brad, good morning. Donovan, what time are y'all going inside Smoothie King? Probably 7 for the ESPN prelims. Good as sweet. Huh. Let's see. All right, please smash the like button if you would subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. So Donovan asked what time we're going inside Smoothie King tonight. So typically, I've been to a bunch of UFCs. The first one I ever went to, I was like, I want to be in there for every fight. And so the prelims begin at 5 Central. The ESPN prelims begin at 7, and then the main card begins at 9. It's a long haul being in there for 7 hours because the pay-per-view will end around midnight. being in there from 5 to midnight is a long haul. So, what we're going to do is head down to New Orleans, get an early dinner, like get at dinner at 5:30, eat, and then try to get in there for the ESPN prelims around 7, and then catch the main card of the ESPN prelims. So still see a ton of fights, but have a good meal, not eating a freaking nachos or a hot dog in the arena. Go actually have a good meal and So that's kind of what we've done. It's funny. I was talking to Hold DeMayo, Devin Snow, and he's going tonight, and it's his first ever that he's going to. First ever UFC thing. He's a big fight fan too. It's his first ever UFC he's going to, and he told me the same thing. He's like, "Man, I'm in there, man. I'm going for every fight." Because I told him, I was like, "Hey, man, if you want to come eat dinner with us and go in," he said, "No, man, I'm beating it." I was like, "I get it, but 7 hours a long haul, man. I'm just telling you." Let's see. Crystal Lambert, morning, Matt. Let me know what you think about Carly Judas tonight. Yeah, Carly Judas is a heavy favorite in this fight tonight. I think I saw her at like minus 395. So, yeah, I mean, she should win. Heavy favorite. Hey, Rick. Morning, Matt Moscona. Glad you had safe travels. Thank you. Happy birthday to Drew. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. Yep, thank you. Happy Brady James birthday, 11. Yep. Jason sent you a message about Nike Dunk Zion Voodoos. Ooh, where? Where'd you send the message? Text line? Ooh, there it is. Okay, let's see. Ooh. I mean, it's a shame that it's Zion, but those are fire. October. Okay, October. Rick Kelly, Matt, is Connor Benj returning? We're going to find a list of returning players. Yeah, I mean, he went undrafted. He's got eligibility. Would assume that he is returning. I mean, you could look at the roster and make a determination. Well, you know what I'll do? I'll have Hunt post a like an updated roster at Louisiana Sportside. That's a good idea. Like who's returning, who's gone, who's coming in. Like that would be a good idea. Hunt, I just had someone on Morning Scone ask me where we can find an updated baseball roster. Period. What about a piece that lists who's gone, who's returning, and who's coming in? If you don't have time, I can probably write it a little later this morning. There you go. Rick, biggest takeaway from media days. The perceived contenders all have very, very real, legitimate questions. I think if I could give you like one real key example, like Georgia, 54% of their roster are first or second year players. Even by Kirby Smart's admission, they are a really young team. So Georgia's super young. They have a quarterback who I'm not sold on. Their defense last year took a big step back. I mean, it's all relative, right? But they had been top 5 each of the previous 3 years, and they backslide to 30. They were 15th in the SEC in rushing offense. Now, they won the SEC, so major hat tip to Georgia for winning the SEC in a quote-unquote down year. But they lost playoff game, Notre Dame. It just didn't look like Georgia, right? And now, new quarterback, you lose 3 first-round picks on defense, really young team. I doubt Georgia at your own risk. I get it. But, I mean, they got some proving to do. For the first time in a long time, I don't think they deserve the benefit of the doubt. Patrick Gamoggan, happy birthday, Drew. People sleeping on our Tigers. Disrespect will be addressed accordingly. Scott, good morning. Fish, what up, man? Thank you very much. Patrick, also I need to try medium rare T-bone steak. Not a T-bone, right? So it would be a bone-in ribeye, not a T-bone, a bone-in ribeye. So there's a difference. You're not looking for a T-bone. You're looking for a bone-in ribeye. It's the ribeye on the bone, and you're going to get more flavor when it's on the bone. And I love a dry-aged steak. I love dry-aged meat. Not everybody does.
Oh.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
What?
Off.
Time to take the backpack off. All right. Take off your backpack. All done.
There you go.
There you go. All right, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Remember, 1 week from today, Brock Rock and Wine. 1 week from today, Brock Rock and Wine. South Stadium Club in Tiger Stadium. Tons of food, tons of wine, live music, auction. Oh, by the way, you're in the South Stadium Club of Tiger Stadium if you've never been. So it's a gorgeous venue. On one side, you're looking out on Nicholson at the box and all that stuff. On the other side, you're looking at Tiger Stadium and the skyline of Baton Rouge and the bridge. Check it out next Saturday, Brock Rock and Wine, benefiting the Brock Foundation. Tickets at brortho.com. And if you have issues with your roof, give us a shout at Parish Construction and Roofing, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Daniel, agree with your take. Power forward and G5 should have their own bubble. Yes, I've said that for years, Daniel. We are heading that way, and I'm looking forward to it. Let the G5 play the G5 and crown a G5 champion. Let the FCS play the FCS, crown an FCS champion. Let the power schools play the power schools and crown the real national champion. It's no different than classifications in high school football. We have 1A, 2A, 3A, 4. Like, there's a reason. There's a reason there's weight classes in fighting. Like, heavyweights don't fight middleweights. Jason H., good morning. Carl the Cat, are you kidding me? Drew's 11. Wow, time flies. Happy birthday to the man. 11 years old, man. 11 years old. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Thank you. David, yep, we will be safe tonight. Easy trip, in and out. Patrick, I still think Notre Dame takes care of A&M in South Bend, but A&M will be a factor like they were last year until the very end. Yeah. Patrick, I got like gigantic questions about Notre Dame. First of all, like, they're losing another, like, they keep going transfer portal for the quarterback, right? They had Hartman from Sam Hartman from Wake, and then Riley Leonard from Duke. This year, I'm looking at it here. CJ Carr and Kenny Minchie. CJ Carr's a freshman. Kenny Minchie's a sophomore. So their veteran who had kind of been the backup, Steve Angeli, entered the transfer portal. So, I mean, like, they're going to have a gigantic, and that's early, and I think A&M's defense can be really good. I tell you what always travels, running the football and defense, and that's two things Texas A&M should do really well. They may have the best offensive line in football. They have 3 really good running backs, and I think like they got a lot of people to return on their defense. So I think A&M is going to win in South Bend this year. David, first UFC experience was at the Sphere. Oh, wow. That is really cool. That's one to behold. I mean, obviously, I haven't been there for a fight. Hey, Ron, good morning. Biggest takeaway from media days? Be about any team, league as a whole. Yeah, just answered that a bit ago. Y'all keep asking me that. I'm gonna do a podcast on the takeaways. But yeah, I mean, I think if I gave you one big overarching, it's that the teams that are considered the contenders all have gigantic questions. Georgia, Bama, Texas. I actually think LSU among that group, who some are just hesitating to put at number 4, has the fewest questions. But I think most people don't realize that. Let's see. Will you be using Game Time and buying ticks last minute best seats, or you have them already? I have them already. So I was very fortunate. So ESPN, of course, is a UFC partner. We're an ESPN affiliate, and I was able to get tickets through ESPN. So very, very lucky that I got 2 comp tickets from ESPN. So Bradley, good morning. Rick, good morning. JMJ, nice use of the Oxford comma in your text to Hunt. What? Below. God. You got a droopy diaper. Might have to go take care of that. Hey, Ryan, good morning. Edward O, the Nuss Bus driver, good morning. Might be time to change that name. Jeffrey, morning, Scone. The shoes Ryan got you are fire. Do they come in purple and gold? I don't think so. They are fire, though. Hey, John, good morning. I can see LSU going 10-2 or 11-1. If we go 10-2, miss the playoffs. Well, you're not going 10-2 and miss the playoffs. Like, that's the benchmark that was sort of established last year. If you go 10-2, you're going to be in. The bigger question is there a world where a 9-3 team gets in? That's not a conference champion. Like, hypothetically, let's say you lose to Clemson, go 6-2 in the league, but 6-2 tiebreak or whatever gets you into the SC championship game and you win it. Well, then you get an automatic bid, even though you're 9-3. The bigger question is could 9-3 at large get you in? And that we have to see, because it didn't happen last year. Good morning, Brambo. Watch your AFR prediction video. In my opinion, week 3 is a must-win game. Can BK go to Tuscaloosa and win? OU game in Norman is a trap game. Will the O-line be better at run blocking? So y'all know my feeling. I am allergic to saying must win. There is no such thing as a must win until it's a literal must win. So no, week 3 is not a must win. You could lose to Clemson and then lose week 3 to Florida, and you're still uneliminated because you could win the rest of your games and still be in the playoff. So I don't agree with you on that. Can BK go to Tuscaloosa and win? That's a good question. OU being a trap game, I don't know that that's a trap. I would say that that's a game where the hope is you go into that game knowing you're playing for something really significant. Last game of the regular season. And the offensive line being better at run blocking is a good question. I think it's probably the biggest question on the offense. Hard to be worse. They were 104th in rush offense. But I also think part of that is variety in the running game. Not being so predictable. Nussmeier being a willing runner. Caden Durham being healthy. Caleb Jackson being a little more fit. I think the key is they know they need to run the ball. Below. And so one of the big takeaways I had from spring was how creative they were in the running game. Using Xavion Thomas, using Aaron Anderson, Harlan Berry, and then Durham, Jackson, Nuss, all of them. Hey, Bubba, good morning. Let's see. What was the hottest take you heard all week about LSU? I mean, probably J.D. Pickell. He picked LSU to lose to Clemson, then not lose again, win the national championship. I mean, it's bold. Sean, I think this is more a knock on BK. I've been listening to the Barstool show. That guy does not have a fond appreciation for BK at all. I don't know which show you're talking about. But there's a lot of people who don't. Brad, I think you were the only person in media days that didn't waste time doing a segment about McElroy's clickbait comment. Oh, it's Saban. I don't know. Yeah, it's just, look, I could do a video on is Nick Saban returning to college football, put a clickbait headline on it, and it would do a lot of views. There's just no point in doing that. Like, I don't know why Greg said it. I don't even know the context of what he said. Like, I think everybody heard like that the quote about him saying things, Saban coaching him, but like, in what context were they having the conversation? Like, I'd like to listen to the 10-minute conversation to know what led him to that conclusion. Whatever. Hey, Club, good morning. Robert, good morning. Curious why I haven't turned a ton about Gavin Guidry. Will he return? If so, will he have a big role? I think it's still very much up in the air about his health, Robert. He had back surgery. Is he able? I've heard some whispers about him maybe like being a GA when he's done playing if he doesn't get healthy, whatever the case may be. But it's hard to make that assumption until you see, until you know how it's going to go. Hey, Robbie, morning. Did you watch MLB All-Star Game? I did not. Steve, Matt, have a great evening. I'm DJing a luau at a country club, but they have assured me the fight will be on, which essentially means I'm background village and I have to keep up the great work. Thank you, man. Ron, what SC Media Days interview was your favorite this year? I really enjoyed talking to Zion Young, defensive end from Missouri. He was great energy, a lot of fun. Really enjoyed him. Caden Lee, the receiver from Ole Miss, was also a lot of fun. That was our highest performing piece of content this week. If you missed it, he's the guy that kind of gave the shout out to the Oxford hamburger place. And that clip blew up on social. Like the city of Oxford shared it on Instagram or their Chamber of Commerce or whatever. And then he also made a bald guy joke at me. And then I kind of clapped back and I was like, oh, yeah, you're 20 years old and you have a lot of hair. You got any bald guys in your family? And then he was like, they started thinking about it, like, yeah, dude, talk to me in 20 years, bro. It was a good time, though. He was great. Robbie, you have a prediction of who you think will be in the World Series? Let's go chalk. Dodgers, Yankees. Yankees better start winning some games. They lost again last night to Atlanta. Guy Brooks, good morning. Robert, which unit takes a bigger step forward, DB or D-line? Well, Robert, I think the D-line was good last year. I mean, Swinson and Savion Jones were really good ends, and you had defensive tackles and Paez and Ahmad Bro and Don McKinley-Lay who stepped up and played really well for you. They weren't a dominant group, but they more than held their own, especially at playing a freshman in Ahmad Bro and losing Jacoby and Guillory. They were good. They were solid last year. So all that say, the secondary has more room to take a step. So it's like if you weigh 400 pounds and you lose 100, now you're 300 pounds. If you weigh 180 and you lose 12 pounds and you're 168. Or you're 200 and you lose 15 pounds and you're 185. Well, like the person who lost 100 lost way more, but the person who lost 15 maybe had less of margin, so it's in better shape. That makes sense? I don't know if that's a good analogy, if that makes sense. Secondary was really bad. So they have a lot of room to go to be dramatically better, but they could still not be awesome. I guess is my point. Does that make sense? Okay, go this way. John, still those signed gloves from last year. Love those gloves. Oh yeah, man, that's right. From the Poirier fight at we watched the Poirier fight at LaBerge. That's right. And John won. We did a live raffle for an autographed pair of UFC gloves, and John won them. Corey, please forgive me if this was asked, but could Jared Jones come back if he would like? If so, do you think he would? He absolutely could. I mean, he could absolutely not sign a pro contract. But goodest way, but he's won 2 national championships. And for a power hitting right-handed first base DH, there just isn't a high ceiling for guys like that in the draft. They're just not in demand players. So it's not a premium position, and it's a right-handed power bat. So my point is, if Jared Jones comes back, he loses his leverage. He's not going to be selected any higher, and he won't make whatever they were going to pay him in the what do you go, fourth, fifth round. So the only reason it would make sense for Jones to come back is if he just wants to play in college one more year. Maybe it's a little NIL. I know they had a lot of money earmarked for Ethan Fry, and now that's available. But remember, if you're taken in the top 10 rounds, I always try to say this to stress it so people understand. If you're taken in the top 10 rounds, those are the bonus pool rounds of the draft. So every MLB team has a bonus pool of money that they can spend on those top 10 round picks.
Wheels on the bus.
Okay. Oh, you brought it to me. Okay, thank you. Little baby bum, wheels on the bus.
Well,
Here you go. Okay. We'll see you later. Oh my God. I gotta go change that diaper. By the way, always shout out to Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Remember, Unique Physique is the GLP-1 med. That's semaglutide, tirzepatide, the injections for weight loss. And lowest prices, never any contracts. They can ship your medicine anywhere. So even if you live outside of Baton Rouge, no worries. Still use Unique Physique. Go to uniquephysique.com, uniquephysique.com. And if you have pain, book a session with Crystal Poche at Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Eric, morning, Scone. Interesting fact about first and second year UGA players. Any idea what percentage of LSU's point of reference? I don't. I can look it up, though. But that was something Kirby mentioned in his opening statement. I'd read about it as I was doing my prep for the week, and then Kirby mentioned it at Media Days. That's the youngest team he's had at Georgia. I think it's easy to blame the O-line for the underwhelming rush performance last year. Once Sturm started getting carries, the run game improved. Could have been even more on the running backs. I certainly think that's part of it. But a lot of times in short yardage situations, you couldn't run the ball. And so like goal line, for example, you ended up seeing spread situations. And it sometimes you have to be able to run the ball and get 2 yards. And they just weren't last year. Morning, Scale. Where are you headed to Mexico? You know what, Tiger Diver? I'm not sure. People keep laughing at me when I say, I think we're going to. I think we're going to Playa Mujeres. All I know, I'm getting on a plane, bro. I'm getting on a plane, and I'm going somewhere warm, with beach, and margaritas. That's what I know. And I'll see y'all next weekend. That's what I know. Sean, my heart burst for Guidry. Turned down a lot of money to come to LSU. Same with Cam Johnson. Dude folded when the lights came on. It's the giant risk. It's why I never, ever, ever fault a young person for taking the money out of high school. It is a bird in hand, and most of us will never, most humans will never have the opportunity to catch a 7-figure check like that, especially at 18 years old. There are some that bet on themselves and it works. Dylan Cruz is a great example of that. Dylan passed on $3 million, whatever it was, out of high school, came to LSU, ends up signing for $9 million, being the second pick of the draft, and wins a national championship and golden spikes and all this stuff. But there's a lot of those. Landon Marceau, Gavin Guidry, Cam Johnson. There's a lot of those guys, man, that passed on seven figures coming out of high school. I really, really sincerely hope for William Schmidt, that he figures it out, because the stuff is great. But he passed on millions to come to LSU. Wasn't great as a freshman, but 2 more years to go. See, Thomas, I haven't forgotten. We know where we are. Thanks for the reminder, though. Mark Count, yes, Terrio gave me a fart book for my birthday. Doggone it. Do you like Poirier tonight? I'll be there. Can't wait for the experience. It's so good, man. It's so good. Okay, Thomas. Let's just so I don't forget.
Parish Construction and Roofing.
Take that, Dale.
Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, love to give you that free, no obligation roofing inspection. Go to parishbuilt.com. Ha. Where am I? Bradley. The thing about Nick Saban was brought up, and the question was asked, do you think he could possibly return to coaching? McElroy said he could see him come back, not saying he is for sure. That's the point. Like, context matters. It's big. It's a big difference if you declaratively say, I think Nick Saban my information is that Saban wants to come back and coach. Like, that's different than someone posing a hypothetical and you saying, yeah, I think he could. Big difference. Patrick, I will say Notre Dame using NYC as their playground for their media days is very, very smart ploy, given the setting and platform. Marcus is something cooking in South Bend. Big Ten did that a few years ago as well. I know the Pac-12 did. The Pac-12 brought their media days from the West Coast to New York City to try to expose their stuff to the East Coast media. That's what it is. Matt, have you watched any Pelicans summer games? Do you think Zion will be dominant player? Everyone thinks he should be because Joe Dumars has been talking like him in advice. I actually did watch Pelicans Summer League last night against Pacers. I think Zion is already a dominant player when he's healthy. The question is, can he stay healthy for a full season? And I have no idea if that's the case because he's not proven the ability to do that. But when he is healthy and playing, he is a walking double-double.
No, say it.
And for his career, Zion averages 24 and 6. Last year, he averaged 24.6 points, 7.2 rebounds, 5.3 assists, and shot 56% from the floor. When he's on the floor, he's awesome. He just can't stay on the floor. That's the problem. Stat Dub, XRP 338. Tell you what, man. It's nice to pick correctly. It's at 340 right now. Still. I think my average purchase price of XRP is like 25 cents. That's a nice return. Ninth round for Jared. Well, maybe it was projected fourth or fifth. Brambo, is the need for creativity due to lack of physicality in the run game? Will LSU get back to being physical? I think it's both, Brambo. I think one of the issues, I'm using that term loosely, challenges, opportunities, use whatever adjective you want, that LSU has is they have so many guys on offense that they're going to have to figure out a way to get all these guys touches. It's one of the things I asked Nuss about. And I do think that's a legit thing because Aaron Anderson's your leading returning receiver. Chris Hilton's healthy, and you're going to want to push him the ball. You brought in Nick Anderson and Barrion Brown. Oh, you still got Xavier Thomas there as well. Don't forget about Caden Durham. Well, Caleb Jackson's healthy now as well and fit. Harlan Berry's the 5-star number one running back in the country and someone you want to get involved. Haven't even mentioned Trey Green. Oh, you brought in Bauer Sharp also. I mean, like, how do you get all these guys involved? Like, that's the... I mean, and that's still not even mentioning someone like Kyle Parker, who played a lot as a freshman last year before he got hurt. And then when he came back, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of dudes you got to get involved. David, good morning. Tiger Diver, thank you. Scott, how's LSU basketball looking going in the fall? No idea, don't care. I'll care when I need to care. Brady, hey, has LSU found a team to play in Ireland yet? I don't think so. Thomas, crank it up, Dale. JD said yes. I didn't even know he published that yet. Yes, I did a Jacques talk with Jacques, and he did sing the Paris Construction and Roofing jingle. Attaboy. Medium rare only, fully kicked steak is a waste. True. Eat a hamburger. Or as Whitweek said, eat a tire. Mike, morning from Jersey. What's your favorite Weller bourbon? Do you know where I can buy the full set for a gift? My favorite is Weller 12. And yes, you can buy the full Weller vertical on the secondary market for $1 bajillion. If you want the entire Weller vertical, for example, here's one online for $1,599, one for $1,764, one for $1,999. So yeah, you can do that for $2,000. It's just when you have allocated whiskey like that, you're never going to find it on a shelf. I mean, you might get lucky and trip over some Weller Green Label, maybe even a Weller 107. If you ever see the others on the shelf, you're probably paying ridiculous secondary market prices. Like if you walk into a store and you see the Weller single barrel or the CYPB or the full proof, they're probably on the shelf at a 4X. Like there's a gas station in Baton Rouge. There's a new gas station on Acadian. It's like a shell on the corner of Acadian and Broussard. I walked in one day and they have all the allocated whiskeys on the shelf. I'm like, oh, and a gas station is crazy. But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you carry, you get your allocation. And I'm like, how much for the Weller 12? She's like, $4.99. I'm just walking. I hate you so much. I will never step foot. I needed gas the other day and I was going down to Katie and bringing her to school. I will never spend money there. I just drove right by it. I'm like, I'd rather run out of gas and push my car into another station than pull into your establishment, ma'am. Robbie, question might be too early. You have a prediction of the Super Bowl. Bengals, Lions. Bailey C. A lot of LSU doubt is rooted in public failures, 3 national TV openers, some bad losses, late games. Could be. Mike, sounds like I'm giving them a gift card for a wedding gift. Shawby and Tiger, any information how Caleb Jackson is projecting this year? Stacked running backs, truly thought it would be his. Not sure what happened outside of KD happening. So one of my biggest takeaways from spring, Caleb Jackson had some media availability and he was very transparent. I mean, he was asked point blank why he didn't leave. That was a guy that in this current era of college football, you would think that's a guy who would leave. After a second year, gets passed by a younger player. And he said point blank, he wants to play at LSU. His family is in Baton Rouge, great support system. And he acknowledged it. I read my press clippings after my freshman year. I believed the hype. And he didn't work as hard, got out of shape, wasn't in the playbook. And so he rededicated himself. He looks great. And I hope he has a big year. I think we're done. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. All of our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. Hey, remember also, if you have not done it yet, the Bocock Brothers Championship Cigar box is on pre-order right now. Use the code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15 to get 15% off your order. Great collector's item. I just posted the link right there in the chat. So get yours. They're going to sell out. Get them. All right. Have a great day.